What's up guys, Abel here, and today we're going to be doing a little bit something different. Today we're going to be reviewing the Juul by PAX. We're going to go over, as usual, the efficiency of the device. We're going to be going over the price point, if it's reasonable or not. We're going to be going over all the different flavors, and we're going to talk about my experience with this device. Now, first up, we're going to be talking about the pods that comes with it. If you buy a starter kit, which is $29.99 now at Quick Trip, I bought this whenever it was $49.99, and I've had this for a while. I've had this for about 6 months. So whenever you buy the packets, they're about 15 bucks, 17 bucks. Where I'm at, it's about 17, $18. This is a mango pack right here, and they come with 5% strength of nic for the one pod, and that is the equivalent to 1 pack of cigarettes per pod. So that's a lot. I personally go through 1 pod a day, and that's not really good, but I do know people that go through multiple pods in one sitting. So this is what they're going to come in. They are going to come like this, if I can get one of these pods out right here. Alright, so whenever you buy it, there's going to be 4 of those in there. You're going to want to pop that out, and then this is your pod. The pod itself looks like this. Those are the wicks right there. And then this right here, that's that little tiny nichrome wire heating coil, and this metal piece is the shaft where the vapor comes out. Whenever you look at the front right here, I don't know if you can see that, but there are 2 cotton pieces inside of there to handle spitback. I never have a problem with spitback with this device. I have with devices in the past. I know with the Fix I've had a little bit of problems, but I don't personally own a Fix. I've just been using ones that my friends do have. And so let's get into the device, the actual device here. Take this pot out. Whenever you look at the device, it's a nice device. I believe I'm retarded. I believe it has a 200 mAh battery internal, and whenever you do try to vape on this device, the light comes on. Whenever you tap the device twice, if it's going to do it this time, sometimes it just takes a second and sometimes it doesn't work. But let's go ahead and pop a pod in. As you can see, this is a really small device. Let's compare this to my phone right here. This isn't anywhere compared to my phone. It is about the thickness, but it's not as thick as my phone. This is way smaller than the Fix. I'm going to be doing a comparison in between those. The flavor depends on what pod you get. I mean, I prefer the mango. Because the mango is my favorite. You can get fruit melody, you can get cream brulee, you can get cool mint, and I think you can get Virginia tobacco. So those are all the flavors that you have to choose from. You can buy the starter kit, which comes with 4 flavors. It comes with the creme brulee, it comes with the cool mint, it comes with the tobacco, and I'm slow. Fruit medley, yeah, that's what it comes with. But those packs you do have to buy extra if you want a certain, a certain flavor. And one thing that I do hope to see in the future is that instead of them being all one flavor, I'm hoping that they will mix match them and you will get a box of random assortments. That'd be really nice because, vaping on mango all the time, it's great. That's what I prefer. I personally do not like any of the other flavors. Fruit medley is really good and cool mint's nice, but I prefer mango. So that's one thing that I do want to see in the future come out with this device. Let's go ahead and give this device a vape right quick. It has a tight draw like a cigarette, so if you do smoke cigarettes, this is going to be a really good device for you to use. Whenever you do tap it, it comes on with a green light, a yellow light, or a red light. The green light means that it's good, it's fully charged. The yellow light means that it's about 65%, and the yellow light continues all the way down to the red light. What I've noticed personally with the red light, I can only get about 10 more hits in until the device dies. So with the red light, you do want to get it to the charger. Certain people prefer to let it completely die and then put on the charger. But that's not the case with normal batteries that we use today because this is a lithium ion. The older batteries, you did have to completely drain them and then completely charge them back up again for them to work, but with the new batteries, you don't have to. So that's one common misconception. And whenever you do look at the device, it has two little dimples right here, one on this side and one on this side. I hope that focused. On the bottom, it has where the charging is. This is the negative, the positive, and I believe these are the ground wires or the ground connectors. It does say Juul right there, and right under there is my serial code. I'm not going to put it on YouTube because I do have to use that for the warranty. So let's get to the inside of the packet. I've already showed you what it looks like, but we're going to go ahead and get this out here. Whenever you do look at this on the back, it just says Juul, and these are relatively hard to pop out. They're not impossible. Don't think you're going to break the pod. That's what I thought, so I sort of tried to cut them out. I do take my fingernail along and I just drag across the end. Whenever we look at the back here, it just says 4 pod cartridges, mango, 5% strength. Sorry about that. 1 Juul pod contains 0.7 milliliters with 5% nicotine by weight. It's approximately equivalent to about a pack of cigarettes. So like I said, I go about one of these a day, and then I'll finish off like 1/4. So 1 and 1/4, and then I will have the rest to continue on with. As of right now, I do house all of my equipment for the Juul inside of an Altoids tin. So whenever I do open up the Altoids tin, I can show you guys how to make this if you would like. It just has a piece of cloth right there and then bedding right there. Whenever we take out the charger, let's look at this right quick. The charger looks like this. It just does have that negative and positive, like I said. Whenever you pop off the back, the first few times that you do take this piece off, it's going to be really stiff. It's not going to want to come off. But since I have taken this off multiple times, it's not loose by any means, but it's just a little bit easier to pull off. It does use a standard USB connection, and in this side it just has little pieces of plastic to hold that together. Whenever you take the Juul, it does have a magnet in it, so if we do take this Altoids tin, you can see that it sticks to the Altoids tin. So that's something that you want to be aware of. If you have other things in your pocket that this could magnetize to, and you pull it out your pocket and this falls out, that could be a problem. Whenever you pop this into the charger right here, it stands like this, or like this. Mine personally has to stand like that for it to be able to charge. Some people can get theirs just like stand straight up and it'll charge, but mine has to be leaning a tiny bit. So that's something, you know, that's a little weird. And with the charger prongs right here, they are spring loaded so that this can push right down in there nicely. This also has a magnet inside of it, so this will connect with a secure connection. The other day, my Juul did completely die. Whenever it completely died, I tried charging it. I thought that it would never work again because it wouldn't charge. The light never came on or anything. So that's whenever I learned that I do have to tilt the Juul a tiny bit on the charger for it to get charging. Starts up with the red light, yellow light, and so on. So whenever this Juul is completely charged, the light turns off, and that's how you know that it's good. Now, the problem with the Juuls is if you leave the Juul out for a little bit, the battery does drain. It trickles out power and you lose it. So over the night, mine uses a tiny bit. Like if it's green whenever I go to sleep, it's yellow whenever I wake up, but I can still completely use it. I only charge this about once every 2 days, so that's really good. That's why I love this device. But I do charge it whenever I do get a chance. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about again with this, with the little packaging here, is they do have these little things where you push in and open here. I'll go ahead and pop one right here for you guys. It's a little bit hard whenever there's nothing in there, but you just push it down and then you just pull it on out, and then it slides straight out of there. So that's really nice that it automatically provides a little bit of a dotted line for you to pull out right there. I do enjoy that, and I'm glad that the company does pay attention to ease. It does say the alternative for adult smokers, so you cannot go into any place if you are under 18 like myself. You will have to get somebody else to buy it for you, or you would have to obtain it from other means. So with each pod, I'm going to go ahead and pull this pod out right here. This is what they do look like when they come out of the pack, like I said, and this is what they look like when they are in your Juul. So whenever you do pull out a new pod, you want to keep this so you can put it back on whenever you are done. I do want to talk about a little bit of troubleshooting and tips for this. So You will notice small air bubbles down there. I do not have any at the moment, but whenever you do draw on the Juul, you will notice that there are air bubbles that do come up. And sometimes the air bubbles get stuck at that little bottom corner. What you can do is you can shake it like so, or what I personally do is I do cover the bottom air holes and then I suck through the top a tiny bit. And whenever you look, there was a little bubble that came up right there. That means that your wick is fully saturated and you're good to vape. Like I said, this is, again, the equivalent to a pack of cigarettes, and it's highly addictive. Nicotine is highly addictive, and it could be toxic if it is combusted, but since this is vaporized, it's not toxic. It's not toxic if it is consumed properly. I do recommend parents, if you are watching this, I recommend getting one of these for your child if they do smoke cigarettes or if they are trying to attain it through other means, because that could just make more problems. If they're trying to get it from a friend, they could lose their money, or their friend could snitch on them and they could get in trouble. I'm not saying that you should encourage smoking or vaporizing by any means. I'm just saying that this is a safe, healthier alternative. Let me get this because I dropped it because I'm a little slow. So let's go ahead and take another vape off this. It's pretty good. If you do vape this too much, like you're chain vaping it, if you're with some friends and you're passing it around in a circle, the wick will become dry, and you do have to take that out and put a little suction on it. So whenever you do take the single pod, you're able to refill these pods. You're not supposed to, but you're able to get around it, and you are able to refill them. So if you take your little fingernail and you pop it under those little plastic prongs, and you just pull this out right here, they are really hard to pull off the first time, but after the first time it's a little bit easier. Oh man, I'm a little slow today. This video is a little bit all over the place. I don't know where that piece went. I honestly don't care. But whenever you do open it up, it's going to have this little rubber gasket right here. You're going to want to take that off. There's a little piece on the edge that you're able to stick your fingernail under, but if you're not able to do that, just take your teeth and gently bite the rubber. You do not want to cut the rubber with your teeth by any means, because that will lead to spitting back more often and leaking of the juice. So whenever you do look at this, it does have a little indentation at the top here. That's how you know that that is the top, and it goes down like that. So that is the inside. Whenever you do refill this, you will take, let's say this is your bottle of liquid, you will want to take it and fill up this side and fill up that side separately. You don't want to fill this up and sit there and wait. It's just a little bit quicker whenever you do it side by side. So these are my thoughts about the Juul by PAX. It's a really good device. I do recommend it. If you're out, get one. Like I said, I did buy mine for $49.99 for the starter kit, but they've gone down to $29.99. This is a product that I will rate about a 9 out of 10 because this is a great product. Let's do a 9.5. This is one of the best vaping products that I've found on the market right now. Once I get my hands on a fix, I will do a review about that. I know I have tasted the Virginia tobacco on the fix, which tastes really good. Personally to me, because I smoke cigarettes, but this is what I use whenever I don't want to smoke cigarettes. This is usually a dip channel, as you may know, but we're going to try to get into a little bit more of a nicotine, I guess you say fork. I want to go this way with dip, and then I want to go this way with vapor products. Because on this channel I do want to provide alternatives, healthy alternatives. If you are getting off dip but you still need that nicotine fix, I do recommend lozenges or patches. Patches and lozenges do not work for me, neither does the Nicorette gum. I do have to take it through inhalation. So this is what I do prefer, but if you do dip, check out my other dipping channels, and other vapor products will be coming out very soon. Thank you for watching this episode. You guys know how it is. If you like it, you like it, but if you don't, I don't give a fuck. So throw me a like down if you do like it. I don't care, but make sure you comment, tell me what you want to see in the future and what you think I could have changed about this video. I really appreciate the feedback, and I hope that you guys will stay tuned for my other videos.